For a sentence in the English language to sound right, the subject and the verb of the sentence must agree. And to ensure this, there are some essential rules that you have to follow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dima Tutorials, and as you know, Dima Tutorials is an educational channel on YouTube that helps students to pass their exams in good grades. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some important rules of Concord, which are most times neglected by non-native speakers like us, and which students usually see in their English language exams. I'll also be taking my examples from past questions. I'll be answering questions from Jamb past questions. So stay tuned to the end of the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed already. Click on the like button and share the video to your friends. Concord simply means subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement. It means that the subject and the verb of a sentence must match for the sentence to be considered correct. Now, without wasting time, let's look at the first rule of Concord. The first rule of Concord states that the subject and the verb of a sentence must agree in number. The subject and the verb of a sentence must agree in number. That simply means that if the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb of the sentence must be singular as well. And if the subject of the sentence is plural, the verb of the sentence must also be plural. I hope you understand that. Please note that a noun becomes plural when you add s or es to it. I believe you already know that. Now, a verb is plural when it's devoid of s or es, but when you add s or es to a verb, it becomes what? Singular. Unlike noun, that when you add s or es to it, it makes it plural. Verb will become singular if we add s or es to it. For example, she eats every morning. She eats every morning. She is singular. It's talking about a particular person, one person. She is singular. Is singular because s has been added to the word eat. Now, in this example, bees feed on flowers. The subject of the sentence is bees, which is what? Plural. And the verb of the sentence is feed, which is also plural because the verb does not have s. That's why it's plural. So the subject bees is plural and it has s, and the verb feed is plural and does not have s. Do you get? So when you have s that's been added to a verb, it makes it singular. But when you have s added to a noun, it makes it plural. In order to understand this rule very well, it's important that you get a good grasp of personal pronouns, how to use personal pronouns. For example, she eats every morning is a correct sentence, but I can't say I eat every morning. If I say I eat every morning, is incorrect. Even though the both of them have singular subjects, the only time we should use a singular verb is when the subject of the sentence is a third person singular pronoun or noun. I know you're wondering what I mean by third person singular pronoun or noun. Don't worry, relax, I'll explain it to you. Let me explain it in an illustration. Let's say you're my friend and I'm talking to you about my sister. I that is talking is the first person, you that is listening is the second person, and my sister that is being talked about is the third person. Now, the first person singular pronoun is the person that is talking, the person that is making a statement, and they include words like I, me in their singular forms, and in their plural forms, they include words like us, we. The second person pronoun has only one word, which is you, both in the singular form and in the plural form. Now, third person pronouns include words like it, she, he, him, her, and in their plural form, they include words like they, them. So you understand that the only time you use a singular verb is when the subject of the sentence is a third person singular pronoun. That is when it is either of these pronouns, it, she, he, or a singular noun like mango, sister, brother, etc. So when it refers to a third person singular pronoun or noun, that's the only time you use a singular verb. I hope you understand. Now let's review some examples. She eats every morning. She is a third person singular pronoun. You understand that now? So it agrees with the verb eats. Now the second example, bees feed on flowers. Bees is plural and feed is plural. So the subject bees agrees with the verb feed. Now let's move to the next rule. And in this rule, we are going to be answering a question from past questions. Please listen attentively. Pay attention because I want you to get it correctly. The rule says if you have a lot of, some of, all of, a range of, all of, etc., your attention should be on the noun that comes after of. And if the noun that is after of is plural, then the verb of the sentence has to be plural. If the noun that is after of is singular, the verb of the sentence also has to be singular. Do you get? So your attention should be on the noun that comes after of. If it's plural, the verb will be plural. If it's singular, the verb will be singular. You should not consider the noun that is before all of, a range of, some of, but the noun that is after of. You understand? For example, some of the students were not listening. Some of the students were not listening. The noun that is after of students is plural. That's why I used a plural verb were. So your attention should be on the noun that is after of. If it's singular, the verb should be singular. If it's plural, the verb should also be plural. Now let's answer a question from Jamb 2020 past questions. A range of options dash available to political parties during the recently concluded election. And we have option A, were made, B is made, C are made, and D was made. So which one is the correct answer? First, let's consider the noun that is after of. The noun that is after of is options. Options, is it plural or singular? Options is plural. So we are going to choose a plural verb. And that will make us strike off option B, is, and option D, was. Is singular and was is also singular. Just the past form of is singular. Now we are left with option A and option C. We are made and are made. Now the sentence, is it in the past form or in the present form? Is in the past tense. Recently concluded election. So it has already happened. It has already happened. So the correct answer is option A, were made. Now the third rule. When the subject of a sentence is followed by words like as well as, along with, besides, not, etc., please do not consider the noun that comes after any of them, but your attention should be on the subject of the sentence. Your attention should be on the subject of the sentence and not on the noun that comes after any of them. If the subject of the sentence is singular, please the verb of that sentence should also be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb should also be plural. Now let's see some examples. My father, as well as my brothers, encourages me to study. My father, as well as my brothers, encourages me to study. Now, the word encourages, is it singular or plural? It is singular. I used a singular verb because the subject is singular. The subject is my father. My father. I did not consider the noun that comes after as well as. The noun that comes after as well as is plural. Brothers. Brothers is plural. My attention was on the subject of the sentence, which is singular. My father, singular. Let's see another example. My brothers, not my father, pay my school fees. My brothers, not my father, pay my school fees. My brothers is the subject of the sentence and it is plural. So I use a plural verb, pay. So the subject of the sentence, which is my brothers, agrees with the verb pay. Now let's answer this question from 2020 past questions, jump past questions. Now we have Sadatu, question 14, Sadatu as well as the maize dash. We have option A, like plantain chip. B, are liking plantain chips. C, is liking plantain chips. And D, likes plantain chip. Which one is the correct answer? Now, the subject of the sentence is what? Sadatu, which is the name of a particular person, the name of one person. Sadatu. So the subject of the sentence is singular. We are going to choose an option that is singular. So let's look at the options again. Like plantain chips. Like here, is it singular or plural? It is plural. It does not have s. The word like, which you know is a verb, does not have s. And option B, are is plural. Are is plural, but you don't say liking or are liking. Is not a good English expression. You cannot say I am liking or they are liking, because like is a stative verb. You don't use it in a transitive form. Okay, so you don't say are liking. So this one is ruled off, just like option A. Now option C is liking. I already explained to you that you don't say liking. I am liking it, or she's liking it, or something. You don't say liking. Like is a stative verb. So we are reading off option C, and option D, likes plantain chips, which is the correct answer. Likes plantain chips. So that as well as the maize likes plantain chips. Now let's look at the fourth rule. The fourth rule says nouns that look plural, that is nouns that have s or es at the end, like mathematics, civics, physics, measles, etc. Those nouns that have s or es at the end that makes it look plural will always go with a singular verb, because in meaning they are singular. In meaning they are singular. So you do not say physics are hard subjects. You don't say mathematics are an easy subject. You don't say that. So you say mathematics is an easy subject, physics is an easy subject, or physics is a hard subject, whichever one. So when you have a singular noun that ends in s or es, you should use a singular verb, because in meaning the noun is singular. The word news is also singular. Now let's answer this question from 2020 past questions. Question 15. It says measles dash no longer impossible to manage these days. Measles dash no longer impossible to manage these days. We have option A, is, option B, are, C, were, and D, was. Now you already know that measles is singular, so we're going to choose a singular verb. Okay, now we have A, is, which is singular, we are leaving it. B, which is plural, we are striking it off. And C, which is plural, we are also striking it off. D is singular, so we are leaving option A and option D. Now, what again should we consider? The next thing we should consider is the tense of the sentence. The tense of the sentence, is it in the present or in the past form? Is in the present form. No longer impossible to manage these days, present. Okay, so we are going to choose option A. Option A is. Measles is no longer impossible to manage these days. Measles is no longer impossible to manage these days. So option A is the correct answer. This is how we end today's lesson. I hope you learned something new from it. If you did, please click on the like button, share it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye for now.